All right. We got about 56 people on, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Appreciate you guys. Let's see here. So, guys, really quick, let's dive into some announcements. Okay, we're going to jump right into some announcements. You guys know we have the UFE, no, not the UFC, but the UFE competition underway, guys. Some of these competitions, guys, listen, this is for, remember, let me go ahead and everybody. Let me do that. If you don't mind. All right, let's see here. Everybody mute. Everybody mute themselves. Okay. All right. All right. I'm doing it on my phone, so it's a little differently on this, right? But guys, this UFE, guys, take this serious, okay? This is an opportunity. At the end of the day, we want to grow. We're going to look at the first 6 months, right? It's going to be a team effort, and we're going to compare the growth to your second 6 months, right? And it's going to be based on percentage of growth, okay? Percentage of growth. When you see me just click here, I'm just letting the latecomers in as they join us. But it's all based on, again, percentage of growth. So, guys, what that means is your team needs you, okay? Your team needs you in order, because listen, if you did 100,000 first half and you do 100,000 the second half, well, guys, that means you didn't grow any percentage, all right? So that's zero, all right? So, guys, go ahead and mute your line for me, all right? Everybody, mute, press mute. Please look at it and mute. All right. So, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Every month we've been doing an Ask a Partner session. Okay. Ask a partner. I got one of the best, got a chance to chill with this gentleman over in beautiful Costa Rica. We were going to shoot dice, but he ended up running away. Didn't want to lose his money. I did take his upline Jordan's money. So as well as Andrew Everhart, I would say something else, but I won't. I'm going head to head against that leprechaun in this competition. You can tell him I said that, by the way. But, man, talk to me first, man. Are you excited about this UFE competition, brother?
Yeah, man. First of all, because I've heard about your little dice game, and I didn't want to get hustled because apparently everybody got hustled there. You got to be quick with Brian, guys. If y'all haven't played dice with Brian, first of all, you better learn the rules, because if you don't learn the rules, you're in for a bad surprise, because that brother, I tell you, he'll throw it down there, and if he doesn't have the hand, he'll swipe it up so quick you don't even have time to count the dice that it's another roll, and you might have won, you might have lost. It doesn't matter. He knows, but you should know. But I tell you, he hustled quite a few.
Hustling is called the rules. You got to play within the rules. Hey, not my fault if you don't know the rules. If you double dribble in basketball and they call you for double dribbling, hey, that's the rules. All right. So let's get into it, man. Without further ado, let's dive into it, man. Appreciate you being on. First off, I'm going to go through all these questions, guys, as people are joining us. If you asked a question, I'm going to go one by one by one. If you had multiple questions, I'm going to go down the list first, and then I'll go back up to get to your second question if we have time. All right. So, guys, grab a pen and paper. Let's take some notes on this. So, first off, Garret, how long have you been with the company, man? And how long, in your opinion, should someone wait before they start building?
Yeah, man. First off, the first question is, about being excited for this competition, man. I can't be more excited. I think really when we were at the, Costa Rica that last night, it really lit a fire under all of us, really to have competition, but really to kind of look at each other and be like, you know what, we're a team together, but we're going to just beat each other's, to the ground, but it's going to make us better. And it was such a fire. I think everybody was just so hype after that because it's something I think we needed. I think everybody needed to really just, have something else to really shoot for this last part of the year. So growth is going to be crazy. I'm excited for it. I think everybody is. You should be on Team 300 and then 2K a day team as well. The Army, you guys should be excited. It's going to be a great time. But as far as how long, man, I'm coming up on 9 years, Brian. It should be next month, I think, is my 9 years here at NASB. I came in right after the first year anniversary, kind of heard some buzz about it. Their 1 year anniversary. And I don't think that I should have, I guess, looked at it as oh, this is another opportunity, coming down the street, and maybe I should take a maybe shot. I really honestly didn't know what it was, but I tell you what I did do. I took a leap of faith, and thank God I did, because 9 years later, here we are, and just continue to grow this thing every single year. So, as far as how long should we wait till somebody builds, man, I think it's really a comfort zone when you feel like you can do the 10 steps, you've hit two. I say 2 promotions. I think that's when I feel like you're ready to do it. Some people say they're ready whenever they hit their first promotion. I think you have to duplicate what you do. And if you can't do the basics, which is your, approach, your 4As, your 10 steps, I don't know that you're necessarily duplicatable at that point. But I think if you hit 1 promotion, 2 promotions, I think you're ready. You know what it does to take it to the next level. And I think you're ready. I think you're ready. But I will say this: never, 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 in my opinion, never give up on somebody, an opportunity for somebody, just because you don't feel like you're ready. You can always pass those off to another upline or somebody else in the hierarchy to help grow them until you are ready. I think that you can miss some of your biggest opportunities that are right in front of you.
Absolutely. Agree. So, man, another question that we had, is there a predominant lead type where team works? We know in North Carolina, I mean, this gentleman started in North Carolina, and in North Carolina, the reality is there's more agents than people. Okay. I heard they just sell insurance to themselves. Okay. The agents sell policies to other agents. But it's harder to get leads there. Fortunately, we don't have those problems in different places in the country. But for you, man, is there a predominant lead type? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, so I think because we are in North Carolina, we do have so many agents here, and really we have a ton of leads. We really do. You got to be resourceful. And in fact, that was what the call I ran this morning was kind of having big premium on a leaner budget, because you do have to tap into your golds. You do have to do the silvers, the bronze, the digitals, the checks. You really got to do every angle, your T65 app. But the funny thing is, last night, so we went to dinner with Gwen last night from Mutual of Omaha, and she definitely said our team was way better than y'all's. Just heads up, just right off the bat, she just said, "Kai, y'all are so much better than them." But one thing she did say is that North Carolina is still, and she said probably will be for a long time, the biggest profitable market for NESB. And that's because we just have so many agents here. But we run every type of lead: gold, silver, bronze. I was training yesterday, 2 days ago, 2 straight days in North Carolina, and all I did was get bronze, silver, and gold leads. 4,500 was what we made in 2 days just off bronze, silver, and golds, and digitals. So I don't really think there's a specific type that you need to have. I think really it's people's mindsets of just going out and doing activity. Activity is going to drive commissions. And I think that's what it is getting in front of people and knowing that you can help them out anyway.
Absolutely. So guys, what he's saying, I think you got to get comfortable working any and all lead types. Right? Don't limit yourself to one type of lead, because, well, you're going to limit your ability to grow. And this guy, hey, he's making multi-millionaire, by the way. Okay, multi-millionaire. He showed it to me, and he's still field training, right? Still field training. So leading from the front, guys. Let's go ahead and get a mute check. Okay, let's mute your line, please, everybody. If you don't mind, that'd be fantastic. All right, Garret, let me come to you for this next question, brother. Did you have any setbacks while building? And if so, how did you handle it mentally to stay laser focused to keep striving?
Yeah, of course you have setbacks. If you didn't, I don't think you're growing. I remember, and this is something I always say, not on just because I'm on your call, but I've said it to my guys and everything. But when I first got in the business, my goal, whenever I got there, was to beat 300. That was my goal. I always had my sights on you, because when you'd been here before me, and I'd always looked at your organization as like, man, that's where I need to be. That's where I need to be shooting for. And so I was getting there. I was getting close. Over time, I was getting really close. And I think there was 1 week where I passed you. And I can't remember, this was probably like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I passed you. And I was like, heck yeah, man. I was like, I just finished, I just did that, this is what it is. And literally like the second week after that, we had lost some people. We like lost this big team. And I was like, dang, are you kidding me? I worked all that. And it was like a 30, $40,000 team, a week team. And it like crushed me. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'd never experienced any setback yet. It was all gas, no brakes. And then when we kind of hit the brakes and kind of went in reverse, I was like, what are we doing? And so of course you have to, it takes a gut punch, but I think anybody, and you have to have good coaches and your mentors, but you got to understand, you're going to take a step back to move forward. And if you don't understand that, then I don't know that, that business is the way, that's how you grow. If it was all gas and you never went backwards, you would never experience the hard times in anything. And that's where you get uncomfortable, and it puts you in an uncomfortable state at that point. But that's how you grow, is being uncomfortable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Next question, man. What advice would you give to someone on growing their money, their finances? What should they invest in? And look, really low in the bank and growing. Like I said, multi-million, not fiction. Okay. All right. So guys, let's okay. Please.
Somebody's not on mute. I can't hear.
Your phone. All right.
Nick. Of course it's Nick. Of course it's Nick.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Your phone. All right.
Me.
Dude, that was perfect. That was perfect. All right. Man, what would you say, brother? What advice would you?
Yeah, man. So there's a lot of good advice out there. Obviously you want to try something that works for you. I think what's worked for me is investing in myself. I think everybody should be doing that, but there's a lot of other things out there. First of all, when you invest in yourself, you're going to have extra income to be able to put it into other things, right? The whole goal is not to work, spend, work, spend. That's not the goal. You can't work and then spend all of your profits. You'll literally be in a rat race for the rest of your life. So you have to understand the power of money. So you take your money, you can put it in, obviously a financial advisor can do that, help you out with earning money. You can put it into things that are assets, not necessarily liabilities. I tell a lot of people,
Ms. Kristen Vente, please, dear, mute your phone. Thank you so much. Sorry.
No, you're all good. I tell a lot of people, man, don't go out and buy that fancy car right when you hit your 10K that you made that month. Man, wait, store all that, man. Put that back, because at some time you're going to have a setback and you're going to need that. And I think if you keep that mentality throughout, no matter how much money you're making, if you're making $5,000 a month or you're making $150,000 a month, it doesn't matter. You need to keep the mindset of always putting back a percentage of your money. And that should always be in the back of your mind, because the whole goal is to build up your account, right? You build up your wealth. That's the goal. Build it up. It could be $1,000 a month. It can be $50,000 a month. It doesn't matter, but you have to start somewhere, and you have to start building and putting back money. The number one thing I think about agents that I see, even the top ones that make a lot of money, is they forget to invest in themselves or invest in putting their money back. They spend as much as they make. So try to limit that, and you're going to see there's a lot of opportunity to really grow your wealth.
Mm-hmm. Is there a number that you look at, a percentage that you look at that you think someone should save?
I say 30%. That's what I think. If you can get more than that, good. 50%. If you can hit 50%, man, I would do it. If you can live and invest in the business on 50% of your money, then do it. Invest. I'd say 20% you should be investing in, yourself, your business. 50% should go to your daily livings. 30% should be going and just basically forget about it. Put it in something real estate. Put it into, I don't know, a 401k. If you have one of those, you need to start one of those. Put it into a financial advisor. They don't take a whole lot of money to put it into something like that, but you got to start somewhere. You can have Acorns. Put it into the app called Acorns, where you just put it on, put it in there and invest stuff for you. Whatever you have to do, you have to start somewhere. You have to put something somewhere.
Right. And start today, guys. No reason to wait, right? What is your system, man, for onboarding new agents and getting them making money quickly? What would you say you do?
Well, I think everybody's a little bit different, but I think in the first really 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, when you have somebody in the car, you've got to see them making money, right? They have to be profitable. If they don't see making money, it's just a pipe dream. And I think you have to put them in the car. I think you have to show them real deposits. I think you have to show them a day what it looks like. I don't think you should onboarding an agent. I don't think you just should see the glam and not the slam. And because you got to see the bad things, man. You got to see 14 approaches on Wednesday. We did 14 approaches, and the 15th one was our big house, and the 16th was our big house. And that was for our day. It was 7:00 at night when we finished. But everybody wants to see the I guess the prize, but never wants to see the grit behind it. But to onboard an agent, make sure they see every part of that facet of the business. But also, man, see the commissions, baby. That's what we're here for. See that. They have to see the money. It gets you excited. And it'd probably be a commission that most people, haven't seen hit their account in a week.
Right. Good stuff, man. Going back to before you had any agents, what advice would you give to an agent who doesn't necessarily want to build, but just advice on being a good agent, a better agent? What should they do, man?
Learners are earners, plain and simple. The more you learn, the more you earn. You have to be a student of this industry. It changes. It changes. As we all know, we get updates all the time from insurance carriers, from compliance, all these different things. I think the more you learn in this business, the more you'll start to see yourself making more money I won't say effortlessly, but more easily for that specific reason. So going back to whenever I was an agent, I mainly focused in on being the best version of the insurance industry, learning the ins and outs, not just what we do per se, but what other competitors and what other things outside of NASB does. So I can, not only guard against it, but to also be able to combat that when I come across those policies and things like that, and different type of strategies.
Sure. Next one, man. Obviously, being on a standing lead order, I believe is critical to everyone's success, right? Especially if you're a builder, you have to set, you have to set the tone, right? If you're a builder, if you're a leader and you're not on a standing lead order, then, quite frankly, you're doing it wrong, man. But how do you make sure that your team understands the importance of being on a standing lead order? And how do you, just inspect what you expect?
I think standing lead order is crucial. I think it's a must. So in North Carolina, we've started going into it more. So we didn't have to do a standing lead order. We couldn't really do a standing lead order in North Carolina because we had so many agents and everybody's wanting leads, and some people were getting it, some people weren't. But all of our leads were literally getting gobbled up as soon as they hit the opt website. But the other people, say on other teams outside of North Carolina and things like that were on standing lead orders, I saw them grow faster than a lot of the people that were in North Carolina that weren't on a standing lead order, because it doesn't force you to be uncomfortable. It doesn't force you to have a deposit or a debit come out of your account when maybe you just don't feel like on a Friday that you want those leads to come out of your account. And whenever you become uncomfortable in that situation, it forces you to get out in the field and to really push yourself to hit those new levels. So, you have to be on standing lead order. I think that's critical in this business. If you ask any big producer or anybody really who's hit promotions in this industry and in this, especially in NASB, you're going to see they heavily invest in leads, probably more than they should, but they just store all of those because you look at each lead. I never look at each lead as a $20 fee or a, 25, 30, whatever, however much our leads cost are that we're spending. I looked at that every lead as a $700 commission because my mentality was every single house I'm getting into. Now you're not going to, but if you don't have that mentality to do it, you can't look at any specific lead and say, oh, this house is this house is that. You have to look at every single one of them as a $700 or average commission opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So guys, here's the thing. I always use the example like McDonald's, right? People try to save money on leads, right? If you have a business, you have to invest in your business. If McDonald's were to say, let's save money on patties and buns because we spend so much money on them, well, then that wouldn't be a good business model, right? Getting on a standing lead order, having your team on a standing lead order, that's how you grow. That's how you build a business, okay? And look, people ask, hey, do you guys make money from leads? Is that why y'all push them so hard? No, I definitely don't make any money. Garret doesn't make any money. NASB for that matter. Garret, we're on the calls. We spend a lot of money on leads, millions of dollars subsidizing the cost of leads. Now think about that. As a company, if we're spending millions of dollars to subsidize the cost, well, it behooves us to have a quality lead because the only way the company makes money is if we sell it, right? So guys, if the company's going to subsidize it, then do your part, chip in and invest in you, invest in your business. So good point, Garret. You talked about personal development. I was on a Zoom yesterday and I was reading listening, I should say. Actually, my wife sent me this little clip. And this guy asked Warren Buffett, how do you think Americans, what should they invest in to guard against inflation, right? And you think of Warren Buffett is a billionaire, right? He's one of the greatest investors, probably one of in history. So he didn't say the stock market. He didn't say real estate. He didn't even say life insurance, right? What did he say? Investing in you, invest in yourself and personal development. He said, read more, listen to, podcasts, do those online courses. For you, man, what resources have you used in your journey in personal development?
So there's a lot now that I do that I didn't do before because I didn't have access to, say, the Instagram motivational stuff or the YouTube videos per se. Maybe they were there, I just didn't know about them. Really, when I first started to kind of grow, I had to buy the actual book and read it. I hate reading, right? You had to go buy motivational books, go to your Books A Million or whatever it was, go in there, hang with all the nerds. I like to say that because my wife is a book nerd. Hang with all the nerds, get a good book and sit there and read it. Now you don't have to do that. You got the audio books, you got your audibles. I actually am on a credit every month. I do it gives me 2 credits every single month. I invest in it. It's only $15, but it gives me 2 credits to get whatever books I want to. And, if I'm not finished with a book or, if I, want to watch something or read something else, I have those credits there available. But I'm telling you, if you're not on any type of like podcast or if you're not on any type of Audible, you have to start doing that. There's a lot of good ones. Obviously, the most famous one that most people do is the Rich Dad Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki or whatever his name is. But that's a fantastic one. It gives you 2 different perspectives. And it gives you 2 different perspectives because I think one of us or we all fit in one of those categories. We're the rich dad growing up or you're either the poor dad, so it gives 2 different perspectives. So it kind of gives you a way of relating to that. Richest Man in Babylon is a great one as well. But more importantly, there's a lot of motivational people out there. You don't have to spend money on necessarily Audible to do that. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Instagram. There's a lot of inspirational videos and channels that you can subscribe to. And man, just little things like that in the morning, I'll just read them and listen to them. And they're only 15, 20-second clips, but dang if they ain't powerful. There's some stuff there that just punch you right in the face that says and make you self-reflect, even at the higher levels you get in this company, and say you can do better. So it's crucial, it's critical to get on that because it really motivates you when maybe you don't want to be motivated.
Absolutely. You got to pour into yourself, guys, especially if you're leading people, if you're trying to lead and you have nothing in you, how do you pour into someone else? So make sure that you're steady, increasing just your knowledge. It'll definitely help. Next question, man. I know that this is, one of the things, that we have that other companies wish they have was the ability, the shares, right? We get 75,000 shares. I was sharing this with on the Zoom call yesterday. There were some partners thinking we got $75,000, right, worth of shares. They were thinking, and some big guys, okay, I won't say their name, $75,000. No, y'all, we get 75,000 shares, okay? Other companies wish they had that. But on top of that, you do have the ability to sell to integrity and get more shares and more money. Speak to the power of that, man, and your thoughts on it.
Man, it's just something powerful, unique, and different that you'll never experience in any other IMO, independent marketing organization. You just won't. No other company has the deal that we have with integrity. In fact, it's almost funny that Brian Adams, was almost not wanting us to promote it because of how good the deal is. It's like we got something grandfathered in that no other company gets, which means you get shares, 75,000 shares at whatever the price is, when you hit it, and don't even have to sell your team. You get that as a perk, which would be worth millions down the road. What they're projecting, and you don't even have to sell your team. You don't have to do anything. No other company has that. Not even close. And if they did, they're so far behind us, they would never be 75,000. They might get 5 or 10,000 shares. So we had some good negotiators. That's for sure when we did the deal the first time. Brian, I don't know. I know who you're talking about who is the $75,000, which is surprising because he's usually on top of most of his stuff. But you'd be surprised about what type of partners don't know this contract, or at least know what we get when we hit it. And it's super exciting. Everybody should be shooting for that. It's free. It's literally a free $1 million check that you get just for working your tail off and getting to a level that everybody can get to. So it's special. You'll never see it like this in any other industry. In fact, if you know who Patrick Bet-David is, which is one of the people I listen to for motivational speaking and just concepts on money and different views as far as the economy goes, and just it's just a smart guy. He's PHP he's the owner of PHP. Guys, he just sold to integrity. He's no dummy. He is no just hoo-hum on the street. This guy is one of the industry leaders, if not the top, from building an organization and knowing what he's doing. So if he's doing it and all the other people are doing it, guys, there's probably something in the water we need to jump in for.
Right. And guys, so the opportunity to be able to partner with integrity, big deal, guys. And like he said, everybody has the same opportunity here. That's what I love about it. You're not waiting for somebody to promote you. You promote you, right? So guys, what I recommend in these next 3-5 years, right? Give it your all. Commit, have a laser focus. Don't, when race horses are in a race, they put those blinders on them, right? So they're not looking to the left and to the right. Guys, keep your eye focused on the prize. And I tell you, your family will thank you. Your bank account will thank you. Hey, your future self, for that matter, will thank you for the focus that you gave over that short period. Any parting advice, man? Any parting tips that you would give to any new builder, going forward?
I'll say this: it's a process. Master the mundane. Embrace the hard. Nothing worth it in life is gonna be easy, right? So if you can't, and you don't have the gut, and you don't have the mentality to keep going, you probably won't, right? They say, whether you think you're right or wrong, you're right. That's the whole mentality of anything is getting behind it and staying laser focused, like you said. So understand that it's been done before. It's been done quicker and quicker and quicker. If you look at, the past partners that are hitting it, I think it took me 4.5 years to get there. Some people it takes a little bit longer, but some people it takes freaking 2 years, less than 2 years. Like Gator, like y'all heard last night or the night before. You see it's getting done quicker, it's getting done faster. There's a lot easier ways to do it. I think we all can lean in and help everybody out doing it the right way. So parting advice is that, man, just keep going. Everybody's in this for a reason. You wouldn't be here and you wouldn't definitely be on this Zoom call if you didn't want to get better. So make yourself better, get to the next level.
We got a couple questions in the group chat, guys. And if you want to put I would prefer you do that there. Text me because I am using my phone. So if you have a couple questions, we'll hold them another 10 or so minutes, if you don't mind, Garret.
Yeah.
So what's going on, buddy? My little boy here. Look, you want to see this? Oh, no, he said no. He said no.
Nope.
He's running. Damn, he's fast. All right. Anyway, so somebody asked, do I talk to the dice? Yes, I actually do talk to the dice.
He does.
Yes, that is confirmed. But the other question was this. What are you pushing for now? What are your goals now, Garret? What's next?
It's easy. You get more people to partner. That's how you grow, right? It's not necessarily, I've made my money. I'm not saying that I would ever stop, but I don't need to make money right now. Like my goal is not to make more money. My goal is to help other people make more money, right? It's not fun if you're going on trips and doing all this stuff by yourself. You want to have your friends do it, right? You want to, your partners, your people that you've been in the trenches with, blood, sweat, and tears and all that stuff. I think it's great. I think the best thing I like doing now is getting a new agent or finding somebody or somebody having them come to me, get them all hyped up, get them trained up or whatever, give them to somebody else and let them run with it. For a couple of reasons. Number one, I like it because it helps the team out. But number two, I don't want the headache of having somebody, necessarily direct to me at this time. I want to give it to somebody else and let them, master it and train them. And I don't say headache in a bad way. I say it that, you can't give, if you're pulled in so many directions, you can only go so far. And when you start developing leaders to do that, you become unified.
Good point. All right, guys. Well, I don't see any more questions in the chat, so I think that pretty much covers it. Phenomenal job. The real deal Hollifield, multi-millionaire. Let me hold something, man. You did say that you would buy everyone on the team that was on the call 20 platinum leads. So, guys, we got 20 platinum leads coming your way. What a man. What a guy. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Appreciate each one of you. Appreciate you, Hollifield. You guys.
Absolutely.